beautiful spiritual crew. Welcome to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi. I'll be your host for today for this tarot pick-a-card reading in which I'm going to help you understand what is your energy in love and thereby help you figure out what are you attracting next. What's going to be the next thing that happens in your romantic life, in your love energy. So I have here for you a choice of 3 different cards that were taken from the Oracle of the Witch. So the cards that I have for you as choices are the Crafter for group 1. It says here, I don't know if you can see it, but it says creativity. And we also have number 15 if you like to go by numbers. For you, group 2, we have this card, the High Priest. It says underneath it, authority. We have the horned god behind him. Interesting. And we also have number 9. Okay, and for you, group 3, we have the pentagram. It says underneath it, the talisman, number 26, and this is the image. So I felt inspired to select images of men, or at least images that represent masculine energy, because I think it's important that on the path of loving yourself and figuring out who you are, that we as women come in touch with the animus, that masculine part inside of us. And I am gendering slightly this reading because I am aware that the vast majority of my viewers, my subscribers, are women, so I want to cater to your needs and give you readings that are applicable to your particular situation. Okay, so all this being said, I hope that you are able to have a look right now and choose the one that pulls you in the most. I also would like to know that at each of your specific choices, I will be using a different tarot deck. So if that helps you with your choice, let me introduce the tarot decks that I'll be using. So for group 1 with the Crafter, I'm going to be using the Circe Tarot. For group 2 and the High Priest, I will be using the Cecoli Tarot. And for group 3, the Pentagram, I will be using Tarot de Luz. Okay, so these are the 3 tarot deck options that I will be using at your specific choice. Maybe you feel inspired to choose following them. I also would like to remind you guys that I have a presence here on YouTube across 4 other channels. I have an astrology channel called The Spiritual Cosmos, which is part and parcel of this channel as well. I have a Lexi Games channel. I upload gaming content. I have a tarot reader content specifically tailored for my Romanian readers. And I also have a channel in which I upload random stuff about my life, travel vlogs, meditations, called Eden Nearby. So go and have a look, check them out. I also have a blog. I upload content related to astrology, films, music. So if you want to see some book recommendations, some playlists, and stuff that I reflect upon, have a look. The link is in the description box below. It takes you to my website. And on my website, you can also find a specific page in which you can order personal readings with me. So if you feel inclined to work with me outside of YouTube, I am here for you. I am accepting all sorts of emails and queries at the moment. So feel free to get in touch with me for a personal reading. I have a range of options, some more affordable than others. Go and have your pick. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. I'm also very active on Instagram. I'm posting almost daily, and I have a flurry of small, short, and really entertaining pick-a-card readings over there as well. So these are all the other ways in which you can get in touch with me. I hope that you take advantage of them. And with all this being said, I would appreciate if you like, subscribe, and comment down below. And let's jump into your specific reading. Let's find out, what is your love energy? What are you attracting next in your love life? Hello, group 1. Welcome to your reading. This is for those of you drawn to the Crafter image, number 15, or the keyword creativity. I also have here your tarot deck. I'll be using the Circe tarot deck to find out what is your love energy, first of all, and what's coming up next in love for you. What are you attracting based on this love energy? I definitely feel that you may be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or you are giving off the vibes of a very capable, hardworking person, somebody who's loyal, somebody whose love life could be a little bit boring and predictable, but you're looking for something genuine, something long-term, someone to spend time with, basically, someone to make love to, someone to come home to. So let's see if this is the type of partner that you will generally be attracting. Let's find out what the tarot has to say first of all, and then I'll show you your oracle cards as well. So for group 1, what is the energy? What is their love energy? Okay. The cards are a little bit erratic. Yeah, okay, so I'm definitely picking up on the fact that there is an ex, a past lover that you're trying to forget about. This could be somebody that you recently split up with, somebody you recently cut the connection off, somebody you may have blocked, a person you may have met online or through your studies, somebody who's very progressive, very knowledgeable, but a bit too rational. This person could be obsessed with AI, cryptocurrencies, could be into the latest type of car or gadgets. A Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius that manipulated you, wanted you to do what they had in mind and did not care about your feelings. So you're trying to put this person to rest, you're trying to walk away. I feel like in love, you tend to expect the worst at the moment. You're very cautious. This energy of the King of Swords in your vibration is about wanting to play mind games with your next partner because you're trying to protect your heart. You have been bruised in love, and you may fall into the habit or the trap of thinking that if I just am clever enough, that if I just say the right words, I may get the person that I want. But this is just something you need to spend time reflecting upon because it's a negative habit you absorbed from the person that hurt you in the past. Keep in mind that hurt people have a tendency to hurt others. If you don't stop and reflect about what exactly happened between you and this ex-lover, this ex-crush, in some cases it may not even have been a lover. It's just a friend that you were thinking about, whether you should cross the boundary into something more romantic, and things fizzled out. Maybe this person preferred somebody else. So reflect a little bit on what happened. Try to draw some wisdom from the pain before you move on to a new relationship. You're only going to benefit from it. And it will be good for you as well. You will see. You will save yourself a lot of issues and problems if you just sit with these negative feelings and think deeply about, what happened? Why did I allow this King of Swords to hurt me? Because to a large extent, we do feel hurt only to the extent that we allow others to hurt us in that way. And it's a lesson for you. It's clearly a big lesson. I see here that with the World, the past is over. You're not going to, in a way, have a person from your past coming back into your energy. Sorry, I have to cover this card because she is a bit naked. I feel that you will have choices coming into your love energy. You are feeling very self-focused at the moment, and this is exactly the same energy that you should have. Things are not coming easily to you in love. Things require time, patience, reflection. Yeah. You have been tested in love, but I feel like this era of tests, limits, and problems, setbacks, is now over. Yeah, it's over. And I feel that in the next period, in the next maybe 3 to 4 months, you will have the attention of maybe an Aquarius, a Taurus, a Scorpio, or a Leo. Either of these signs could be coming towards you because they are so drawn to how much you are loving yourself, to how you enjoy spending time with yourself. Even if you have been hurt in the past by an ex or a friend that didn't want you, you are able to transform that pain into wisdom. And this makes you incredibly attractive, yeah? When you are able to spend time with yourself and enjoy it rather than feel desperate about, why am I single? When you're enjoying your presence, your company, other people are going to enjoy that too. So we have here the Chariot, and I definitely feel like you want to win in love. You want to be the conquering one. You want to make the choice in love. You are in it to win it. Your next relationship, you're telling yourself it's going to be the one. I'm going to get married to my next partner. I will not accept anything less. And that's a very beautiful mindset. It's very clear. It's very decisive. It's very knowledgeable. It's like you know what you want and you're not going to settle for anything less. The Chariot can also be a victory. So it seems that because you are setting your mind on being victorious in love, this is exactly what you're manifesting. I also see here that you crave to have some light-hearted fun. You want to go out on a date, you want to drink, you want to enjoy good food, you just want to relax, you want to be seen with your lover. You may benefit from the help and advice of your friends at the moment. So I don't normally offer this piece of suggestion, but it would be good that if you meet a new person in the coming weeks, just like I see it over here, I see that somebody's coming, a fixed sign is coming towards you. It would be good to talk to your friends about what you are picking up from this person, the vibe that you're picking up from this person. Because I feel in the past you handled situations on your own, and maybe it would be good to ask for a second opinion. Maybe it would be good to just kind of like ask your friends for what do they think in this situation? What would they do? Is this person trustworthy? What is the vibe that they're picking up on? Yeah. Obviously, the choice will ultimately be yours, but it would be good in the situation, in your next relationship that you are attracting, to not be completely confident on your own skills of appreciation of a person. It's sometimes good to follow your intuition, but it's other times, we need to ask for the support of other people. So ask friends, ask relatives, whoever you are closest to, what do they think about this next potential partner? I am picking up the fact that in summertime, during Cancer season, because we have the Chariot here, you will have a very beautiful replenishing moment. It could be that the person you will begin dating in the next 3 to 4 months is going to want to become exclusive with you, may want to move in with you, may propose to you in the month of Cancer, so in the season of Cancer, which is the end of June, beginning of July. We have here the Hierophant, but the Hierophant is blocked, and we also have the Hanged Man. So I feel like in love, you need to adopt non-traditional ways. Okay, so this is interesting. It seems like in love, you are not supposed to be the one waiting to be chosen. You're not supposed to be the one following tradition. You are supposed to break these patterns. In love, it would be best for you to have an honest and direct approach. The fact that we have 3 major arcanas here, but only the Chariot is upright, tells me that in love, you will benefit from having a domineering attitude. If you find somebody that you want, go and chase them, grab them, tell them that you want them. It's going to be very flattering to your partner. You may be feeling like, oh no, I'm going to come across too strongly. No, this is exactly the right attitude that you should adopt. So I feel like at the moment there is this powerful energy building up inside of you, this energy that wants some form of recognition. You're starting to get more comfortable with your masculine energy. And masculine energy, it's all about expression, competition, claiming. So once you gain that energy, once you feel more comfortable with it, and I feel that this transformation is happening in your life at the moment, you will be able to no longer sit on the fence and wait for another person to come and approach you, but you're going to be the one doing the approaching. And yeah, you run the risk of being rejected, but that's okay. It's all fair in the game of love. If a person rejects you, or if they feel that you came on too strongly, prepare to be put back into your place. But that's okay, because I feel like you need to have these experiences. You need to have these unorthodox approaches to love. You may have grown into a family in which you were taught that tradition, obedience, rules, regulations are everything. But I see very clearly here that you're not supposed to be following them. You're supposed to break the patterns. So, in love, you are summoning up your masculine side. You are going to create more opportunities for fun and lighthearted romantic encounters. I feel a big karmic cycle in which you were tested by lovers is over. And I feel like you're going to enjoy being a little bit more bossy, more organized, more authoritarian in love. It's like you have a plan, you want to be married, you want to have a child, you want to move in with your partner, you want to find your soulmate. And you're going to start to execute it. And I feel that once you meet your counterpart, the best approach would be honest, direct, and go get him. I feel like this is the attitude: confidence and courage. I see, in terms of astrological signs, Saturn, Cancer. So you may have a Saturn in Cancer, or your next lover will have that placement. I see Taurus and I see Neptune. Yeah. I also see here, I'm picking up on Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. So fixed energies. Your next partner is going to be a fixed sign. Now, let's see, in terms of the oracle cards that I have here for you, love at first sight and proud spirit. Exactly what I was saying. So you will fall in love at first sight with your next counterpart, and then you will stop at nothing to pursue them. Yeah, you're going to be adamant. You're going to be quite forthcoming in how you will show your desire to this person. When I saw you, I fell in love, and you smiled because you knew. How beautiful. So definitely this is a test of strength. This is a test of willpower, but a test that you will find delightful. You will really enjoy the process of being confident, of chasing the one that you love, okay? And I'm sure that a lot of you are already getting ready to type in the comments down below, I don't chase love, I attract. You have to release your mind from the prison of what some readers are telling you out there, these kind of regurgitated pieces of information. It seems like a lot of people have misunderstood the law of manifestation. There are a lot of channels out there that are just creating content on a daily basis to try to get money. A lot of content is also reproduced by AI, and it's very stale. It's content that is not thought through or lived through. I'm here to let you know that in reality, you can experience a variety of different relationships in which you are both chased and you are doing the chasing. And I feel that for you, the reality of what is coming up next from the moment when you stumble upon this reading is that you will benefit from having the attitude of the one that gets involved directly, of the one that gets control of the situation, the one that is hunting the partner, chasing the partner, pursuing your love interest, if you want to put it in more romantic terms. So we have here as well awareness. Look beyond what you see. It's going to be important in your next relationship to not fall so quickly for eye candy. You may be tempted to pursue a partner that looks very good because you believe that this is the type of partner that will make you very happy, when in reality, I don't see that happening. You have to look beyond appearances. Not everything is what it seems. When you meet your next partner, give yourself some time to get to know your person, to understand what this person likes and dislikes, to see what are your points in common, to see what points of conflict could appear. You have to be sly as a fox in this dance of flirting with this individual, both being open to receive this person's energy, but also being able to say no and draw a boundary if something displeases you, if you don't agree with something. I also see here that you may be meeting somebody who is just stepping out of a connection with a person that tried to be passive-aggressive with them. So your next partner is going to be very grateful to you for being direct, for being even directly confrontational. This person has had enough of dealing with previous partners that are passive-aggressive, that when this person asks them, how are you, what are you doing, they answer, I'm doing nothing, I'm okay, even though they are upset with him. So I feel that in your situation, this person is gonna really appreciate if you just say, I'm happy right now, or I'm really upset with you right now, or I feel like a bit bloated at the moment, I don't feel like we should meet up, You have to be as honest and powerful as possible, and this person will really appreciate that about you because they have had enough of all the other types of girlfriends that we're just kind of like submissive but passive aggressive. Yeah. So they appreciate your honesty. They appreciate your sly sense of humor. They appreciate how cunning you are in wanting to be with them. You are also kind of leveling up in your awareness of love. You are understanding things better, and you're able to not only see with your eyes, but also with your third eye. Your intuition coupled up with your intelligence makes you a really wonderful soulmate, a really wonderful life partner for your next counterpart. And the final card that I have here for you, just to cement your role a little bit, we have here the priest, the Moyas rose, a wild rose. Wow. So you exude a dark red aura. This is really beautiful because it is like passion that has ripened, passion that is somehow under your management. It is not explosive, it is not childlike, but it is wise, and you know how to harness it to attract a partner towards you while also being bold enough to tell your person how you feel, to put your desires into words. So I'm seeing here with the priest, I also feel that there are a lot of priest-like energies in your reading. You are a person that has been forged through the fires of love. All the tests, limits, setbacks, frustrations that you have experienced in love have only served you. They have only helped you acquire a lot of wisdom. We see here in this card the wounded healer. This is Chiron, the centaur who trained great heroes like Hercules, for example. Hercules was the disciple of Chiron. He was a man that was wounded mortally, but he could not die. So he was in considerable constant pain that was supposed to last forever, until he managed to sacrifice his life for another person's life. And in that moment, he was able to die, and he was transformed into a star. So, in order to get rid of pain, you have to sacrifice something so that you won't continuously and endlessly suffer. And what you sacrifice, putting yourself over and above, putting another person over and above your needs, that's going to really help you become the favored one. So in your quest to pursue a partner, you are going to prioritize them, and that sacrifice, that self-sacrifice, is actually going to make you be the chosen one. This person is going to give to you so much when they see how determined you are to be with them and how willing you are to put their needs before your own, at least temporarily, not forever, but at least temporarily. You will be very much into your partner and trying to fulfill whatever desire or need they have. And this person is going to be gobsmacked. Nobody has ever done that for them. And they will return the favor in kind plentyfold. So it's a very, very beautiful dynamic. It's a bit of a tricky dynamic, but because it will require you to let go of all these weird expectations and all these weird brainwashed material that you may find online. You have to judge the situation based on how you feel in the present moment and not based on what YouTube is telling you to do. If you need a piece of advice, ask your friends or relatives. This would be a much more reliable source. But I definitely see that your love energy is spiritual, aware, wise, the energy of a wounded healer that is learning from love's tests and is able to finally gain authority and determination to pursue the object of her affection rather than just allow people to constantly choose you and put you into these weird karmic painful situations. So go and grab your happiness. You're going to be so, so blessed and lucky. And I feel that the next partner that's coming in is a keeper. I hope this helped. See you in my next one. Bye-bye. Hey there, group 2. Hello, my beautiful spiritual crew. Welcome to your reading on what is your love energy, what's coming up next in love. This is for those of you who are drawn to the High Priest, this mysterious figure that has the knowledge of the horned god behind him. We have number 9, and we have the keyword here, authority. So it's interesting. I feel like some of you will be sliding into this reading from group 1 because I see a lot of High Priest energy, both in group 1 and in your group. Spiritual men, attracting men who could be attracted by the occult, men who could study spirituality, astrology. It's interesting. I feel like a lot of spiritual people are coming together in the next period. All this being said, I have here the Cecoli Tarot, and I'm going to give it a shuffle. and see what is your love energy at the moment. Okay, so for our beautiful group 2, let me just put the card over here. There we go. So what is their love energy? We have the 3 of Wands. Wow, almost half of the deck fell out. One was obscured. The other one was also obscured. What's going on here? You could be very chaotic in love at the moment, but it's a healing chaos, a chaos that you benefit from. Okay, I'm only choosing the first cards that dropped on top because we do not have time for all the other ones. But here is your pyramid. Okay, so we start off strongly with 3 of Wands blocked. It seems like you are done searching. Maybe some of you have already met a person that you are fixated upon, somebody you're beginning to crush, if not even fall in love with. It feels like you don't want to explore your options anymore in love. You are done chasing, you are done running from the people. It may be that people have chased you and you just closed the door on them because you weren't ready or you didn't appreciate the way that they courted you. I definitely feel like your exploration days are over. And at the same time, here is the contradictory energy. We have the Knight of Wands. It seems like somebody else is coming towards you. So this is a very difficult... Oh, I wanted to say different and difficult came out. It could be that a difficult man is crushing on you too. Or the situation between the two of you, it carries some form of difficulty. This person wants to rush in and sweep you off your feet. This person is very impatient. They have a lot of lust and desire for you, but they could be a bit too feisty and passionate for your taste. It may be that you are trying to keep this person in some way measured and controlled, because this person's energy towards you seems a bit hard to handle. Yeah, difficult to stomach. That's what I'm hearing. This person does... I'm going to be very honest, because I do see the pig here, right? She's riding the pig. This person can be a bit too domineering sometimes, can come across as arrogant, and can run the risk of being accused by others of being a pig, you know, like too messy, too all over the place, too selfish, right? Filled with dirty thoughts and only dirty thoughts. So it may have been that this person approached you in a supremely sexual manner and you were a bit disgusted by it. You're like, ew, I'm getting the ick, you know? I don't think that we match. But at the same time, you can't stop thinking about this person because the energy that you exude at the moment is very sexual. Yeah, you give off this energy of an unapproachable queen, a person that is sitting in her ivory tower, is absolutely gorgeous. She's a catch, she's a prize, but she will not be conquered so easily. Yeah, I definitely feel here with the tower that you have some pent-up sexual energy that is being projected outwards in men who come at you with this forceful energy. Like they feel that you're not using your Mars properly. Your Mars energy could be blocked. You may be reluctant to take action. You may not have given yourself any form of sensual pleasure lately, but you fantasize about it a lot. And all that repressed energy is manifested in men who come towards you with a lot of desire, almost like to help you face your own unexpressed sexuality. Yeah. So you're very approachable. You make a lot of men lust for you. You make a lot of people hard for you. Let's just say it like that. But at the same time, it's kind of like you don't want to get involved. There is an avoidant energy about you, a detachment that is driving people crazy. Like they only want to crave you more. We have here the Empress. You know your worth, okay? You know 100% that it's okay to be patient in love. You don't have to rush things. You have your finances, your material side put in order. You don't need to be with a man in order for him to pay your bills. You pay your own bills. Thank you very much. You could be doing relatively well at work. you just have creature comforts. You are the hostess with the mostest. You have everything you need. And you're very focused on relationships at the moment, but from a heart-based point of view. You want to be with somebody that touches your heart first and your nether regions later, yeah? You want to be with somebody that is emotionally available first and then gets into the bedroom with you. And you're a little bit frustrated because I feel like you keep attracting these Casanovas, these good looking men who have a lot of sexual desire for you, but it's kind of wild and it's unpredictable and it makes you feel a little bit unsafe. So that's why you prefer to just be surrounded by things that are familiar to you. You prefer to just be in your own little shelter, in your own little castle. You've created a beautiful nest for yourself and you retreat inside of it because it's beautiful. And having the fantasy of love feels safer to you than actually being in the bed with a hot-blooded man who desires you. But I want you to know that you appear in the fantasies of a lot of men. And I feel like even the people that you work with or the people that you see on a daily basis, I'm also hearing that family friends could want you as well. Neighbors could be attracted to you. You're just very, very like in demand at the moment because we have the we have the Empress. There could be a High Priestess vibe that you're also giving off. Maybe Pisces energy, maybe you have Pisces Sun, Pisces Ascendant, Pisces North Node. But I'm clearly seeing here that with the Empress and the Nine of Coins, you know your value, you know your worth. You may have reached this point in your life after a lot of trials and tribulations, and you're not willing to compromise or sacrifice this energy for every Tom, Dick, and Harry, yeah? So you're very precious at the moment, you're very valuable, and you're very desired. And you come off a little bit of a tease, even though this is not your intention. Your intention is just to be with a person that is committed to you, somebody who's solid, somebody who can contribute to your wealth and stability in life rather than take away from it. But you keep attracting these hot-headed, passionate men who could be slightly younger than you, who are bringing this like romantic chaos into your life because of the fact that your own Mars energy is repressed and it's underutilized. If you want a piece of advice, a piece of recommendation, how about giving yourself some pleasure? How about taking the matter into your own hands? You could experiment with a couple of, sex toys and release a little bit of this pent-up sensual energy because that will help balance out the kind of forcefulness that comes at you from these men that want you, yeah? Or if you don't feel like you can, loosen the reins on the physical control you have imposed upon yourself. Maybe working out, maybe finding an activity that gets you to sweat, that gets you to move your body in an intense way, maybe doing some cardio, running in your neighborhood or something of that nature, just so that you can unblock this pent-up Martian energy, because Mars deals with issues related to aggression, physical movement, hot-blooded energy. It deals with sexuality, of course. So you need to kind of get a grasp of these issues, not to control them, but to gradually release them and integrate them into your life so that you won't be so gobsmacked when these men come at you with this very direct, hey, I want to sleep with you kind of vibration, I see here a lot of worries and fears, a lot of maybe I feel that some of you are experiencing in the moment some kind of negative emotions, some childhood trauma. You may have grown up in a household where the father may have been quite aggressive and direct, and thereby you don't appreciate it when other men come at you with this direct, aggressive energy. I don't feel that the men that are coming at you want to harm you in any way. I don't feel that this is a creepy situation, but it becomes creepy in your mind, in your psyche, because it triggers some unresolved trauma from childhood. Some of you may have been abused in a sexual way. Some of you may have been physically abused, like slapped or beaten. Others of you may have had psychological pressure, just the fear, the constant fear and living in an atmosphere of dread whenever the father would come home. Or you may have been felt or you may have been feeling like you are constantly observed or criticized by the father figure, or the father figure looks at you in a way that is inappropriate. So there's a whole spectrum of experiences, and my heart goes out to you because I can imagine that must have been horrible to live with. But I'm here to let you know that you are a beautiful person that has so much to give, and I feel like physically you have healed from whatever happened to you, and now it's just a psychological leap forward that can help you overcome this stagnation, that can help you finally relax a little bit and enjoy your body and enjoy physical pleasure with another person that comes at you with so much desire and ardor. Because there's nothing wrong in people wanting you. It is safe for people to want you, and it is safe for you to be wanted. But you may perceive it as not safe due to this unresolved childhood issue. So speaking to a counselor, booking some therapy sessions, not AI, but a real human being that has been trained to hold the energy for you, that can have a physical contact with you. That is so important. It genuinely changes your field of perception. It provokes certain things in your unconscious that no AI can ever produce inside of you. So I definitely feel that if you have the funds, if you have the peace of mind, if you're feeling quite comfortable, invest in a couple of therapy sessions. You don't have to go a whole year, but maybe a month or two, just to deal with this specific issue, this specific memory, so that you can unblock it and be able to receive and give love without restraints, without fear. Yeah, so that's my suggestion to you. Feel free to take it or leave it. You do you, boo. Yeah. And now your oracle cards in terms of your love energy and what you're attracting. Oh, you're a sweet pea. You exude such sweetness. You're delicious. Yeah, like there's something so attractive about you at the moment. Yeah, strong Venusian vibes, Taurus energy, coupled up with pent up Mars energy. So it's kind of like inside of you, the energy of the goddess of love, Venus, and the god of war, Mars, are making love. And because of this, you are attracting a lot of energies from the outside. Yeah. So I definitely feel like people look at you and they can imagine just how amazing it would be to be with you, you know, how much pleasure they would have from being with you, how wonderful it would be to wake up in the same bed with you, to have a romantic dinner date with you. Follow your bliss, and the universe will open doors where there were only walls. That's exactly it. You have to break through this final psychological wall in your mind in order to, because I feel like you have all the conditions. Everything is set, you know, you are attractive, you are capable, you don't have to be with a man. You can allow yourself to just be with somebody freely. There's no condition, there's no desperation. And I feel like men are coming towards you, but you're not allowing them to pass through this final wall. And this has to deal with a wound that you need to patch up. You need to find a way to sew back that space inside of you in the psyche that has been broken open. Because you have so much pleasure to give and you can receive so much pleasure. Just allow yourself to receive pleasure. Allow yourself to desire. And we also have here strength. Know your strength. Number 33. I feel like you are able to really control the outcome of a situation, not by running away from a person, but by putting what you feel, what you think, and what you desire into words. Communication can be incredibly freeing to you at the moment. And you can also communicate with a therapist in a protected setting, communicate about your darkest memories. But I also feel like you can communicate very freely with the men that are coming at you. Try not to avoid them or try not to block them as soon as they come at you with a lot of desire and kind of like sometimes these off-the-cuff remarks that betray that a person is just very much into you and they don't know how to approach it, you know. There's nothing wrong with a person desiring you, but you may be put off by the directness of the approach. So you can gently put into words that I really appreciate your enthusiasm, but I would like you to be a bit more polite in how you ask me, or this is a bit too strong for me. Could you please word it differently? Or, okay, I see your desire, I appreciate it, I'm flattered, but at the same time, this is a bit too much for me. It's coming on too strong. Could we just kind of like temper it down a little bit, you know? So don't be afraid to put these things into words, you know? This will give you so much control over the situation and a feeling that, hey, you know, I'm not at the mercy of these wild men that are approaching me randomly in society, invading my private space. No, I am able to control the situation with intelligence, wisdom, and balance. I'm able to put into words, and I'm able to not push them all away and run away, but I'm able to somehow manage the situation by using my communication skills, yeah? And the final card that I have here, the overall energy that I see you, wow, embodying at the moment. Look at this, the old garden rose, the liberator, Mademoiselle de Sombre Rose. Okay, and I can hear my cat eating in the background, so there is this crunchiness that I'm hearing. There's something a little bit crunchy, yeah? There's something that prohibits people from truly getting to know you, but at the same time, I feel that what you're about to experience in love is a sense of liberation. It's a sense of claiming your body, claiming your pleasure, claiming your narrative. You'll no longer be possessed by fantasies and thoughts and scared by men's desire towards you. You will feel like, oh, finally I can just give in to it, you know? I feel so much relief, you know? You will allow other people to come towards you, will allow others to worship you, and even go so far as to allow another man to take you, you know, in that sensual way. I definitely feel here that there is a sensual awakening that you're going through. And I have a couple of pickacard readings on my main channel's page about your spiritual baptism and your sensual awakening. So I highly recommend that you search for them and listen to them as well. They can give you some further insights into this sexual freedom energy that you seem to be carrying. Yeah. So this is what I have for you, group 2. I hope you have enjoyed this reading. God bless. I wish you good luck, many blissful success stories in terms of physical pleasure on this path of liberation. Don't be afraid to be you. You're already perfect just as you are. All you need to do is loosen up this control and allow people to worship you like the Empress that you are. I'm sending you so much love. Take care. Bye-bye. Hola, mis amigos. Hello, group 3. For some reason, I felt the need to begin saying something in Spanish. Maybe a lot of Spanish-speaking people will be drawn to this pile. I'm just getting a very zesty, very playful, very sweet energy from you. I already am beginning to channel messages, but let's just get it through with the introduction. So this is for those of you that were drawn to the pentagram. The keyword here is talisman. I don't know if you guys can see it. We have number 26 and the image of this beautifully clad gentleman. I kind of feel like this is my pile as well. And if you were drawn to the Tarot de Luz, oh, that's why. Yeah, Tarot de Luz, it's a Spanish-speaking deck. So yeah, I'm going to put your gentleman over here in the corner. I feel like this is my reading as well. Let's shuffle the tarot deck and find out what is your love energy at the moment. What is going on? I'm getting like a lot of happiness, a lot of creativity. I'm hearing freedom to be who you are. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Death card. The cards dropped in a kind of weird way. It's almost like the energies are changing around you at the moment. You're in a state of transformation. We do see here the Death card. It's a transformation that you are a little bit wary of. It feels like you have been going through cycle upon cycle of change, and you're kind of done. You're kind of tired. You're like, you know what? I'm done transforming. I want stability, you know. I want to be grounded. I want to be rooted. I want to know who I can rely upon. But I'm here to give you a surprise. My love, you are the person you should rely upon. The Queen of Pentacles is the one that brings stability into other people's lives. You are searching for something that you already are. So you're looking for stability, but you are the stability bringer. How does that feel? It feels like in a very chaotic, uncertain world where the rules are constantly melting before your eyes and new ones are being created overnight, right? The kingdom of the Death card. it feels like you have some sort of hold on the collective. I also feel you're in a connection with a Scorpio that you're trying to block. You're trying to keep this person away from you. A Scorpio really has the hots for you, and you are just like, no, 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 no. You either treat me to my true worth or you don't treat me at all. You don't talk to me at all. Because I definitely feel that with the blocked card here, death energy, you see Pluto, yeah, the symbol here, you see the Scorpio constellation in the sky. And this person is kind of like crucified, yeah. You've crucified this individual. You may have judged this person too harshly, too early on. Or you drew a necessary boundary to protect yourself, to protect your wealth, to protect your resources. I see you being the one that is so strong. You're placed in such a powerful position at the moment. You could be a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, or you are coming across in this way, in this connection to your partner. Maybe you guys have a Venus in an earth sign or a Mars in an earth sign, and you're really utilizing the energy of that planet in your birth chart to tell this individual what you want and how you should be treated. Yeah. And the Scorpio is a little bit out of it at the moment. I feel there's a distance. You may have blocked this person. This person could have walked away from the situation when you drew the boundary. Or you decided to turn your attention elsewhere. Okay, just the first two cards, and I feel like we're already getting into the meat of the situation. But let's see. Okay. Let's see what else. And outcome, final card. What is going on here? Could you clarify the Eight of Cups blocked? Really? Is this it? It seems a bit sad. Ten of Wands. Queen of Swords. Oh my goodness, what? I'm just going to take the Ten of Wands and put the rest back in the deck because it's just going to be incredibly confusing. I see that there is a problem here with this person having a child. This feels like a personal reading. I'm not going to lie. I'm trying to do a collective message, but I feel like I'm getting into the nitty-gritty details. There is a child here, 100%. There is a child who is in some way kept away or kept a secret, or the child is being used as a weapon between this person, the Scorpio, and an ex. Okay. And the child is interfering with the capacity to have this person give you your all and be your all at all times. And you don't want anything less than that. Yeah, you want to be the focus. You want to be the priority. But unfortunately, this person's role as a father figure tends to be over and above, and it should be, right? Children are incredibly important. This situation, yeah, it's very difficult. It should be handled with kids' gloves because obviously you are entitled to want to be the priority in your person's love life. But at the same time, this person cannot give you their all because they have a child that they need to focus on. So this person at the moment is crucified between their role as a lover and their role as a father. Yeah, and it seems like they're caught in between two situations like Scylla and Charybdis. You know, they don't know what to do. It's two negatives. It's like whatever they choose, whatever they sacrifice, somebody's gonna get hurt, and they cannot be everything to everyone. So I see here that in your energy, there is this conflict at the moment. There is this maybe even worries, maybe you're being kept up at night. There are these thoughts in which you're kind of, one moment you feel like you made the right decision by drawing a boundary, the next moment you're doubting yourself, you're thinking, am I coming across too harsh? Am I pushing people away? Am I self-sabotaging my chances of success in love? Why do I have to put into words everything I'm thinking, you know? So there are some, you're putting yourself under a lot of judgment. You're putting a lot of mental pressure on yourself. And what I see here is that you may require some time to explore other options, get yourself outside of your mind and into your body, take a trip, Try to be more in touch with the natural elements of life. Keep it simple by being focused on your body, your daily routine. But I definitely see here a period in which you will begin to explore your options. Although it would be hard to walk away from this individual, I definitely see with the Eight of Cups, it's like normally the Eight of Cups would say the story of a person that has had enough and painfully has to let go because they can no longer continue the situation that has been bringing them down, that has been weighing them so harsh. This is also about trying to overcome a sense of loss. You feel defeated in the situation with this person who wanted you so badly. In spite of the fact that you are a Queen of Pentacles, you know your worth, you know your strengths and your weaknesses, you know what you can rely upon, you are stable from a variety of points of view. Emotionally, I feel like you're very hurt, you're very wounded. Emotionally, you would have liked things to go in a completely different direction. So you're trying to overcome loss. I feel like in the next period, your energy is going to be about, in spite of the pain, in spite of the disappointing outcome of the situation, things are as they are and I have to accept them. I will begin exploring my options. I will begin focusing on my connection with my body, the natural world, and I will overcome this loss. I will heal my heart. And this resilience, this capacity that you have at the moment to overcome pain at all odds is going to actually work in your favor, because I also would like you to not take complete responsibility for what happened between you and this person, because you tend to shoulder a lot of the pain of relationships breaking down just on yourself. Like you tend to take it all upon yourself. It was my fault, the situation didn't work out, I acted in a way that was self-sabotaging, and now I have to deal with the loss. No, incorrect. It's both you and the other person's fault. You have to lay down the burdens. You have to take the wands off your back, be gentle, kinder to yourself. This experience is teaching you exactly that. Sometimes things don't work out. In spite of the desire, in spite of the attraction, there are forces over and above you and the situation that collide with your capacity to live out a fulfilling love story. So don't place all the burden on your shoulders. You are not to blame for this relationship not working out completely. You have your part in the whole drama, but it doesn't mean that you acted wrongly. You just acted how you felt like acting in the moment. And just to balance sides, I'm going to pull one more card to see right now what is coming up. It's such a weird energy, because I see here that the situation is not over. I see that it's a fated encounter. And with the Temperance, I also see that this is a situation that is a bit... No, you know what? I don't like this energy. I'm going to put it back because it just feels very frustrating. It feels like a situation that will not give you what you want, but it's also not ending. So let's just clear the air, I'm going to use my brush and just wipe all of this energetically in a symbolic way, of course. What is going on with this energy? It could be that you may need to change your energy by traveling. You may need to literally take a trip. And when you take this trip, you change your vibration. So it's kind of like, I'm not allowed to see more than that, because you need to take action, not in the direction of repairing things with this person, but take action towards fulfilling one of your travel goals. Look on your bucket list and see, what place have you always wanted to visit? And do not delay. Go there directly. Go there directly. Give yourself a treat for your broken heart. Because I have a feeling when you do that, the energy will change. And the Wheel of Fortune is going to start spinning again in your love life. One card, please, for what is going on in this energy. After they take this trip, what will happen? I see. Just very negative energy. What is going on? The Hermit. The Hermit blocked. I feel like this is a period in which you are supposed to focus on something else. You're supposed to focus on study, on enjoying yourself, on living your best life. Let's see what the oracle cards have to say. And you're supposed to release control. That's why. The more you're trying to hold on to control, the more you're trying to see the outcome, the worse the situation is going to be. The more you let it loose, let it be whatever it wants to be, and you just focus on living your beautiful life, on traveling, on studying, on fulfilling your assignments, on doing the best job you could do, and also on retreating. When the situation is necessary, when you feel like it, retreat, pull back your energy. If you feel that you have failed this connection by pulling back your energy, no, you are mistaken. That's exactly what you should be doing. We have here the Venus mallow, delicate and fleeting beauty. When life is not coming up roses, look to the weeds and find the beauty hidden within them. Okay. This is weird, but hear me out. I feel like you are a very spiritual person, and this is one important energetic noose on your spiritual path. You are supposed to find beauty in sadness and loss. I know, it's really weird, but if you're able to do that, if you're able to love the loss, to love the fact that this connection did not work out, to love the fact that in some way things didn't work out as you wanted them to work out. If you're able to just say, it was outside of my control, God stepped in, and I love God's plan. If you're able to do that, that's when your fortune will change in love. It's like God is giving you a really powerful blessing in disguise, a really sick test. Like, it brought you somebody who had great potential. This person disappointed you with their actions. You're starting to blame yourself when in reality, all you need to do is let go and say, I'm grateful for the experience, and I'm able to find beauty and pleasure even in frustration, even in loss, even in the process of letting go. And we also have here the free spirit, be your own person. And I can hear my neighbor's dog barking at 5 in the morning. So I definitely feel like this is important because the dog started barking exactly when I pulled the card with the wolf. The wolf is able to live a very happy solitary life, but also is able to come back and reunite with the pack. You're learning right now the difference between prioritizing your own needs and also relating to somebody else and prioritizing them. You benefit at the moment from being a free person. You benefit from exercising your freedom in love. So don't get attached too fast to somebody. Experience this beautiful in-between. The warrior. Wow. So when you find somebody that you really want, fight for them. Fight for that love, okay? Claim them. Make them your own. Because I feel that at the moment you're also a little bit uncertain about this person. And if you feel uncertain about a person, just let them go. Just trust that when the right person will come in, you will know for sure that this is my person. This is the one I want to fight for. This is the person I am going to be with, you know? So, yeah, I feel like you're learning a lot of lessons. I feel like you're growing by leaps and bounds. And I feel like you're really pushed in the direction of accepting your freedom, of enjoying your freedom, and of learning to love even the losses in life. Not only the successes, not only the beautiful stories, but also the pain. You're learning to accept the suffering. You're learning to see the wisdom of the pain. You're learning to feel comfortable with more negative feelings, to hold them for longer periods of time. And this is really going to help you so much in the future. It's helping you reach a state of emotional maturity that is almost like you are mastering this level, and you'll be able to teach other people how to handle difficult feelings, how to handle difficult moments in love, how to deal with loss, how to accept frustration in love. So it's all working in your benefit, but it's on the outside. superficially, it looks bad. You know, it looks like you tried again in love and it didn't work out, and oh my God, what's wrong with me? But that's just the ego. If you see it from the perspective of the ego, everything is awful, you know? But if you see it from the perspective of the soul, the self, you will see that, no, I am a stable, beautiful person who is enjoying her single life, who is understanding her role as a spiritual leader. I am taking the pain that is given to me and I'm transforming it into something that helps me. I'm learning to love it. I'm learning to hold it. And thereby it stops affecting me so much. It stops being so intense. With all this yellow and white, I see that in the next period, we also have the sun, right? We have the sun, we have this heart, even though the heart is a bit effed up at the moment, you know. We have the sun, and the sun seems one eye is peaceful and the other one is, like, one eye is sleepy and the other one is happy. Don't worry, you'll be able to open up the sun's eyes and have this equal balance very soon. I see here a period of about, 8 to 9 weeks. In about 8 to 9 weeks, you're going to let go of this pain. You will be released from limits, karma, and blockages. And I definitely feel like the sun is going to keep shining on your love life once more. But up until then, I feel like you need to study, you need to rest, you may need to travel to change the energy, and you definitely need to stop brooding and obsessing over this individual. They are who they are, the situation is as it is. Don't carry the burden all on your shoulders, okay? You're learning how to be fair with yourself and with another person's energy. So enjoy your journey, enjoy your free spirit, enjoy the delicate fleeting beauty of a relationship that did not work out, yeah? You're learning how to fight for what you believe in, fight for yourself, fight for love. Keep fighting because you will be rewarded. You're a warrior of light and you will be rewarded. We have the Maréchal Niel rose. So like like a sergeant of love, right? You are going to be awarded. You are going to be seen for your efforts. And many people are going to flock towards you for personal advice and love. So it's all going to benefit you in the end, even though it may seem a little bit hopeless at the moment. But you are an individual that has so much to give with the Queen of Pentacles, yeah? And never sell yourself short just because relationships are not working out. Okay, this is what I had for you. I'm sorry if the reading was a bit heavy, maybe not what you wanted to hear. It could be that you may need to come back in another month's time or after this period of 8 to 9 weeks. And I'm pretty sure that by then the energy will have changed. You can travel to change your energy just in case you need a boost to know what to do at the moment with this vibration. I will do an update next month to check what is next in love. So I would really recommend that you join me then. Thank you for being here at the moment. And take care. I'll see you in my next one.